This is another little waterfall right on the trail, and then more rock formations along the trail. We're about 3.5 miles in right now.
We've made it 2.1 miles in, and we've come upon this little homestead, old homestead. You can see the cellar and where the house was built. And then over there you can see like where the little spring was at. So that's pretty cool. I don't really remember that on the many times that we've been through here, but it's there now.
All right, we're 3 miles in on this section, and we've come to Isaac Cemetery. So you doing this section, you'll come to this at mile 3, and that's from 19E, hiking north. About 0.7 back at mile 5.4, we passed the turnoff to Jones's Falls. I recommend, if you've never been here, to go out there and look at it. It's like 0.3 off trail, but we didn't go. We stopped and ate our biscuit and continued on. But now we're down here at the Elk River, as you can see. And this actually brings back fond memories of our second through hike in 12. We camped at the end up here before we start back in the woods with Nanner. And he's basically what we call an adopted trail child. He's a young boy that we met in 10 on our first through hike. And he came out and joined us on our second through hike to Damascus from Irwin. And we still stay in touch and stuff. And he's married now and got 2 children. So, and he lives in Pennsylvania. And when we drive through there, he always puts us up for the night. So, that was right on it too. It's supposed to be 0.7 from the turnoff to Jones's Falls down here. And it was exactly 0.7. So right now, 24.6. We're currently at 8.5 miles from 19E, and this is called Mountaineer Falls, or as Marcia would call it, Naked Man Falls. In 2019, we had passed the keys on this section on our through hike, and we come around the corner and there's a guy taking a bath up there naked. So we call it Naked Man Falls. And another fun fact is, in this section, I'm not sure exactly where, there's a hostel that in the guidebook, it told us clothing optional. And there's another one in Palmerton where you could stay in jail in Palmerton, but they closed that, so this hostel's opened up and it's clothing optional as well. But as we say, clothing on, hike on. So we never partook in that. We're at mile 12, and this is a memorial bench. We got 12.6 to go. And that hostel we was talking about, that clothing optional, is called the Solar Hostel. And it's actually 0.2 from here off of a side trail, but I'm not sure about where it's at. But it's right in this area. And we've seen 3 day hikers today, and we actually passed a hiker that started in Katahdin. She's from Wisconsin. She's got 400 miles to go to finish her through hike. And she's pretty tough to be doing it in the wintertime. We're at mile 15.2. Got about 9 miles, 9.4 to go. We come to another cool waterfall. And it's almost like in layers coming down. And it's called Hardcore Cascades. And I think it might have got its name from Bob Peoples, because at trail days he adds hardcore and he gets 50 people to come, and they do a section of trail every year. So maybe this is not named after that, maybe not, but just a guess. All right, as you can see, it's almost dark. We're 0.2 from our car at Dennis Cove, and this here, when we saw it the first time in 10, we thought about sleeping in it, but we didn't. And it's still standing 13 years later, so that's amazing, because it's been looking like it's going to fall down for the last 13 years. But we're calling it a day and getting to the car before we can't see anymore.